Alright, good morning and welcome to today's workplace health and safety meeting. How are you guys doing?
Good.
That's good. Alright, I'll get you guys to start off by noting the date on your form and also the start time of this meeting. Our last meeting did go for 10 minutes, however this time there are fewer risks, so it won't be going as long. The location of the meeting is in the group fitness room of our gym. Alright, we'll get started on our meeting. As per routine, I've conducted an assessment of this room this morning and have identified some hazards that we'll be going through now. During my assessment, everything generally was looking very good, but I did find some hazards that need attention. The first one was when I went to do my daily aircon check and noticed that it wouldn't switch on. I did try a few methods to get it working, but it was obvious at this point that it wasn't working. Now the second risk was a small water leak coming from the ceiling and dripping onto the floor. And lastly, I noticed that some of the benches were stacked incorrectly. So what I'll do now is just break down each of these hazards and go through a risk assessment process with you guys. So starting with Sarah, what do you think would go wrong with the aircon not working?
So if the aircon's not working, then the participants can probably overheat and suffer like heat stroke and then would require like medical attention.
Yep. And what do you think is the severity of the impact as well as the likelihood of this happening?
Well, it'll probably be about moderate impact, with the likelihood being most certain that it will occur on a hot day. This will occur on a hot day.
All right, and what's the estimated level of risk for the aircon not working?
The risk would be a high risk, especially during the heat and to those who are pregnant or suffer from a medical condition.
I definitely agree. Moving on to the second hazard, which was the water leak. Jess, can you please tell us what could go wrong with having this leak?
Well, if the leak isn't managed, it could possibly cause damage to the ceiling and collapse.
And what is the severity of the impact as well as the likelihood?
If that were to occur, then the severity would be major. However, the likelihood of that happening is minor.
And what do you think the estimated level of risk for this leak would be?
I think it's unlikely.
Okay. All right, and moving on to our final hazard. Steph, what is the severity of the impact for having the benches stacked incorrectly as well as the likelihood?
The severity would be moderate, as someone could injure themselves trying to pick one up, and also moderate in terms of it likely happening.
What would be the level of risk for that one?
I would also say a moderate level of risk.
Okay, I absolutely agree with everyone. Let's move on to discussing the methods of control for these hazards and how they can be managed. Going back to Sarah, what is your recommendation for the aircon?
Well, I would recommend letting management know and altering today's workout to a low impact version, also eliminating the hazard by having a technician come out to fix it immediately.
Yeah, and what is your recommendation for the leak, Jess?
Since it's not a high risk, we can manage it by placing signs for people to avoid the area and have a bucket underneath the leak until someone comes out to fix it.
Okay, also Steph, your recommendation for the benches stacked incorrectly?
We can eliminate the problem by just stacking them correctly.
Thank you for all those answers. We must always refer to our risk management policies and procedures to ensure workplace health and safety rules are followed. This includes daily maintenance checks of equipment, fitness rooms, and ensuring regular cleaning schedules are followed. With that being said, we'll wrap up this meeting and it brings us to the end. If you guys can please note the end time of our meeting on your forms, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
Thank you.